is in charge of promoting Canada abroad completely have their heads up their asses. That's all like bears and swatting salmon. I'm not doing any of that.
Toronto, Canada. Misrepresented?
Would Celine Dion be welcome here or mocked?
No, it should be mocked.
I could live here. There's a little voice in my head all the time saying, you must have all of these. I'm gonna, wake up tomorrow all like drunk and hungover and covered with fat again. Have you ever tried vomiting in an airplane bathroom? Wait a minute, in 1812 the Canadians burned down the White House?
We're gonna be run out of the Canada on a rail. Oh my God.
Let's do this thing.
All right.
Hits and Misses Records is this little place on Queen West, and I used to work at the record shop right beside it called Rotate This, and Hits and Misses is great. It's this little punk record shop. They got 1,000,000 7-inches, stuff that you've never even heard of before.
Hi, I'm Tony. You're Pete?
Yep. Nice to meet you, Tony.
The guy Pete is this grumpy old dude who's totally awesome, like this old punk, and if you know what you're talking about, he'll talk with you for hours on this, and my old boss at Rotate is gonna kill me when he sees this.
Am I going to have to buy a turntable at some point again?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are. Yeah, the CDs are just done. They're going to go the way of the 8-track.
People want either vinyl or they're downloading.
Yeah.
But what are you losing when you move to CD?
Warmth and I think bottom end.
For me, you'd get the album, which chances are you've been waiting for. You've been hearing about it. And before you play it, you'd sit there and look at it. First of all, you say, what are they trying to tell me with this picture? You'd stare at this thing for a long time, then you'd carefully turn around, you'd read the liner notes, you'd look at all the other pictures, you'd discuss with your friends what could they have meant by this? There was an entire story in the cover art. There were like 3 or 4 albums I sold during a difficult time in my life, shall we say.
Yeah.
And
that I read in your book.
Yeah, that I really regret. I want to start rebuilding my collection.
So are you looking for kind of maybe some more older stuff?
I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just, you never know. Yeah, that's the fun part. You didn't know you needed this album, but you do. This is dangerous stuff, though, because if you get into this too hard, wow, that's tempting. That's good. Titty Twista Go-Go. Ooh, the Butt Shakers. Bad Trip music. Wow, this is a real cult item. Why am I unaware of this? Oh, Ted.
I'm obviously gonna need some time.
We can go deeper. But he's dead. It's troubling. It's like the old couple, reading the obituaries every Sunday. How did you know he passed?
After 20 years, by the way, Pete has had to close the doors of Hits and Misses, which means I wasted a whole load of time on yet another place that isn't here anymore by airtime.
I'm very pleased.
Pete plans on finding other venues to sell his collection, so check into it.
I think what unites Torontonians is enjoying complaining about politics, enjoying complaining about the weather, enjoying complaining about transit, all of these things that sort of unite us.
We're not hosers, we don't drink maple syrup, we don't say A. Actually, no, we do say A a lot.
The Torontonians are proud of the city, yeah. That's how you can tell who's a Torontonian.
Nothing beats Toronto and Canada, so sorry for the rest of Canada, but it's true. You want to come here, you know you do.
Toronto. You know what else they have? Great food. You knew that. Comedy. Check. Bars. Roger that. But also, music. Great bands. Bands like Up. Actually, there aren't any bands like Up. They stand alone in their awesomeness. Maybe you've seen them on such shows as mine, or the cover of Spin magazine, or, oh look, here they are.
Who's born here?
We're all born here. We're a band that's all born and raised.
Rare band from Toronto that everybody's kind of from the downtown core.
You gotten a lot of attention. Most people would be, in LA by now or wherever. Why are you here?
Toronto is fiercely loyal to itself. Is that everybody from Toronto defends Toronto till the end, even if they go somewhere more exciting or more glamorous.
I'm 300 pounds. This is the ceiling. This is it. We made it, top of the world.
You're right. You clearly made some important career decisions early on.
Like highly discriminating taste in drinking establishments such as Cold Tea in Kensington Market, an excellent example of a refined and wonderful bar, discreetly tucked away from the herd. Enter through an unmarked door, pass by the ladies selling authentic dim sum, continue on your way to fine beverages.
Would Celine Dion be welcome here or mocked?
No, she'd be mocked. She's mocked. Yeah.
This is a significant argument right away for the virtue of Toronto. Right away. What are the virtues, the ideal Torontonian?
If we can tie this into where we are right now, I think resourcefulness is the #1 value of Toronto, because this place, Cold Tea, comes from trying to buy drinks after hours. After last call, you go to a restaurant, you order cold tea, and you get a teapot full of beer.
There's beer cans here. Like that's
resourcefulness.
I think, well, that's the thing. Under like any regime that kind of restricts fun happens, you know? People are going to make their own.
So MacGyver would be the ultimate Torontonian.
MacGyver, probably in every way, shape, or form.
One thing that Toronto doesn't lack is the nightlife. We're kind of known for that in Canada.
You know, people tend to show up at bars around midnight, and that's usually when things sort of get happening.
You don't go to one bar in one night. You go to as many bars as your legs can take you in one night, and then some.
You might see punk bands like, well, this one at Sneaky D's, but they're hanging with me, so moving on. We could have gone to the Horseshoe Tavern in Queen West. It's an old honky-tonk turned rock and roll venue that sort of never bothered to redecorate. The Dakota Tavern on the Ossington Strip could have been another option. Old and new style music, but with old style drinks and old style grime. But we choose thirsty and miserable.
This is actually where we played our first show, with me singing. The first time I ever broke a bottle in my head was right here, too.
What's the best single thing about this thing?
The fact that it's the big city with the small town heart. You know, it's like everyone knows everyone, but it's also like you got the traditional foods from all over the world.
Do you know your next door neighbor's name?
This is really embarrassing because they probably watched this show.
I mean,
I do know them, though. We do talk.
My next door neighbor's name is Ed Kuntz, by the way.
Really? Oh, let's get drunk and call him up.
That's why you remember it, though.
Funny phone call.
Yeah, funny phone call. It's a place that has many secrets in a lot of ways. There isn't a lot of like free-flowing information unless you're here for a long period of time, and then you know everything. And that's kind of the best part. All the secrets are unlocked.
What do you say to this?
All the best people come to Toronto and they do their thing, and
we're gonna be lit. We're gonna be run out of the Canada on a rail. Oh my gosh!
Can we publicly like absolutely decry the CN Tower? CN Tower is terrible. It's a long lineup with food, a high price, and a glass floor.
Look, if you're in town for a layover of only 36 hours, do you want to spend an hour and a half of it waiting on a line to go up a tower?
But like, have you ever been to a rotating restaurant that's good?
No, it's never existed in the history of the world. What we're doing is, and I find this an interesting choice on your part, we're going for poutine.
Yeah.
We're going for poutine.
Which you're taking on the enemy in their own game.
Saturday night, 3 a.m., you just came out of the club and you're starving. Where do you go? Poutine.
This is Poutini's in Queen West. And yes, Quebec, we know you do it best. That's the province next door to Ontario here, containing such cities as Montreal. We know it's like your thing. But show a little love for the excellent Poutini's, please. Just what your drunk Montreal ass needs when you've been away too long and find yourself out late in Toronto. Delicious.
The cheese and the gravy are oozing, and your stomach is just screaming for it.
Let's do this thing.
All right, go.
Holy Jeebus, that is a tower of stuff. Good God, look at that. Ooh, that's good. Morally wrong, but good.
What do you think?
I mean, you know, come on. Well, who wouldn't love this? These are hand-cut, correctly blanched, and then fried again fries. So, no complaint with the fries. They're perfect. As the classic recipe demands, are then ruined by the application of a delicious gravy, layered with perfectly excellent cheese curds. I'm sorry, there was nothing wrong with this picture.
There's nothing wrong with this picture. This is like a solid leader of poutine, I think.
This is excellent poutine. I know I'm gonna get a lot of from my friends in Montreal.
So did you guys do poutine in Montreal?
Yes.
What's better, this or that?
I'm not getting involved in that. That's absolutely.
Take a side, son.
No, I'm not. No, I will not. No.
French fries drowned in all sorts of sinister sauces and condiments? Not what you love? Okay. How about Spence's West Indian Bakery in Little Jamaica for some jerk chicken? That will sober you up, and your burning anus tomorrow morning will serve as a warning to never get so drunk again. In Koreatown, Owl of Minerva is open 24 hours serving Korean comfort classics like hot bowls of bone soup, slow-simmered pork bones in a spicy broth, which I can tell you from personal experience will definitely set you right. But the band and I have made our choice.
Well, I think we've learned something. This is good.
It's amazing, eh?
This before it looked like an insurmountable Everest. Well, but now it looks doable.
They say in Quebec that this cures hangovers.
Prevent them?
That's what I hear.
advance?
Yeah, I hear it like greases you down.
I have to say the bacon was kind of a good choice.
Bacon's an amazing choice. This place is amazing.
We should probably come back here for breakfast then.